no.
Ocho Cinco, was he a quarterback?
Your ass better call somebody.
He's gone for the touchdown. Caldwell Pope. How about that one, baby?
It's Sports Entertainment today.
How did he win this game?
I hope this is bleak.
Take them out of the playbook, please. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the NFL Weekly Matchup, Week 6. NFL Week 6, we just got done filming the college football show. Had a good college football week. Also, we're going, doing NFL now. We had a good NFL week. Monday Night Football, what a game that was last night. Had a real good game. I can't believe, Baltimore came back and got that game. That was shocking. That was a heck of a game. Also had, the Bills Sunday Night Football, and then you had Sunday. It's the Sunday games. Sunday games went on, had some good games, had a lot of big performances from some teams. Tom Brady still out there, still doing his thing, throwing 400 yards. But Josh, how was your NFL week and football and your week overall?
Well, I was up late Saturday night, so I woke up, didn't really watch any of the Falcons game. I kept up with the score a little bit. Had a lot of stuff to do around the house Sunday morning. Seen they were up, and then I seen that they let them come back, and I was like, well, this is a typical Falcons performance, but they were able to hold on for the win out there in London. Last night, Lamar Jackson put on an MVP performance. The way he came back, 450-something yards passing, 68 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns. He played lights out last night. And that was a good game. And it was surprising because I didn't expect the Colts to get up on them like that. They got up on them kind of quick. And believe it or not, I was like, well, this is boring, because I thought the Colts were going to kind of run away with it. And then I started watching something else. And then I looked at my phone and I said, well, let me turn this game back on. And because I'm into a show on Amazon Prime, and I was like, let me just watch my show. I watched 2 episodes of that and turned it back on. And got to watch the Ravens win in overtime.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I thought the game was over for a while. You did break up a little bit there when you were talking, but you're good. You didn't break up too much. I think everybody heard you, but you should be all right. I couldn't believe that game. Lamar Jackson coming back. I thought, Carson Wentz was playing real well. Colts were playing real well starting off. Jonathan Taylor, going first play, was it? First play of the game, 75 yards for screen. I know and going back, I know you mentioned the Falcons game a little bit. You finally got your Kyle Pitts game you wanted. He did good in fantasy for you.
Yeah, well, Calvin Ridley and Gage, they wasn't there. I wasn't Ridley there. I have no idea. Some personal issues, maybe something we don't know about.
Tell you what, the best player on that team, Cordarrelle Patterson, who's been bounced from teams, and they're just making him. But he's getting fed the ball, running, throwing, anything.
Yeah, he's an all-purpose dude, ain't he?
Yeah. I thought he was always pretty good, but he used to only be like a kick returner kind of and special teams guy. But they're moving him now. They're using him. They're gonna keep him for a while. Looks like hopefully he stays on the team. But yeah, overall, the week, our records, we didn't do too hot in our pick'ems. You went 5-8. I went 6-7. I took the lead from you last week. I know we didn't have the records last week. I think I went 9-3 last week, and I think
I'm gonna have to drive up to Augusta and make sure you're keeping up with this stuff correctly.
Yeah. No, let's see.
I'm just messing.
Oh, I know. I think the week. I think you went. So what caused you? You went 6-9 that week. That week I did week 4.
Yeah,
and I went 9-6. I said,
well, I knew it was gonna catch up to me sooner or later.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna catch up with you. I might not catch up with you in college. We'll see how my first college picks do this week. We pretty much got the same picks though. So besides TCU is gonna cover against Oklahoma, besides that game, we pretty much got the same picks. But yeah, not too good overall in our NFL pick'ems this week. Not too hot, But yeah, like I said, recap a little bit. We have a little bit of recap in some of the games. Besides the Ravens coming back and Lamar Jackson performance, they had the Bills taking down the Chiefs.
That was. I figured the Bills would win, but I didn't figure they'd win like that.
No, had a lot of drop passes. Tyreek Hill dropped a pass and tipped off his hands, picked off by the Bills, and that was one of the most one of the momentum changes of the game. I thought the game would be a little bit closer. But man, Chiefs defense ain't looking too hot. Like I said, drop passes and stuff, and now they got an injury to their running back and everything. And I don't think the running back's gonna hurt them too much. To be honest with you, they got McKinnon.
They don't even use him that much.
Yeah, they got McKinnon. Well, they did a couple weeks, but he's I think any of those running backs will be able to do the same thing. Me personally, but
yeah, Williams and McKinnon.
Yeah, but I mean the Bills looking like the best team in one of the best teams in the AFC. Personally, I mean they putting up 40 points a game almost, even though they're playing a bad team. And Stephon Diggs is not even doing anything. It's all these new receivers. You got Emmanuel Sanders, who I thought was washed up, played for the Saints, and dang, I mean we could use him this season with Jameis Winston rather than having Drew Brees throwing the ball because Drew Brees couldn't even get him the ball. I'd love to have Emmanuel Sanders. He'd probably be the number one receiver on our team right now if we had him. I would love to have kept him. And Zach Moss stepping up for the Bills. It looks like he's taking that kind of lead role. They're still doing splitting carries, but Bills are looking pretty hot. Bills are looking like one of the best teams in football. We'll see.
Yeah, Zach Moss is more of the goal to go running back, third down back.
Yeah. Thing about the Bills though too is, man, I bet the Patriots were going to win that division. Went back and looked at their schedule. Man, besides the Chiefs and a few other teams, they don't play absolutely nobody. I mean, Bill, honestly, I might see 2 losses on the Bills schedule. I mean, Bills might have the best record by the end of the season. They don't really play too much, play too many teams. But you had some other games, like Cleveland and the Chargers. A lot of games shooting out. Couldn't believe that game. Had the Steelers coming back and getting a win against the Broncos. Couldn't really believe that one, even though I'm not a believer in the Broncos. And also had the Raiders lose again, who I said I wasn't a believer in from the get-go. And now got other problems with the Raiders firing the coach. Like I said,
he resigned.
Or resigned. Resigned. I say fired, resigned, whatever.
Al Davis was about to fire him.
Yeah, he's about to be fired. We're not going to.
They forced his hand, and I don't want to talk too much about it, but
that's what I said. I'm
kind of disappointing, really.
Yeah, we're not going to talk too much about it because if you've been watching ESPN, you've heard it all day. I mean, it's been big story all day. They haven't even been talking about the games. That's what they've been talking about. So yeah, we're gonna kind of try to stay away from that one and stay with the games. But
who the Raiders lose to?
Yeah, the Raiders lost to the Bears, Chicago Bears.
Yeah, that was very surprising.
20-9 too. They only put up 9 points.
Yeah, it makes me wonder what the Raiders are going to do. I know they moved in the assistant coach as the interim coach. But I mean, they have all their coaches in place. They got their players in place. They should still be able to kind of do what they were doing. I don't know if they can bounce back this week or not. They got a lot of stuff surrounding the team right now.
Yeah, Derek Carr not having that MVP-like performance like he's been doing. He went 22 for 35, 206 yards and an interception. He was, throwing 400 yards a game. Like I said, I wasn't a believer from the Raiders from the get-go. And I want to say they have another, game. I don't think they're going to win this week either. I can't remember who they play exactly, unless they have a bye week. I know they play.
No, they don't have.
They play Denver, so I mean that's not an easy game either. So we'll see what happens there, especially with a new interim coach. But yeah, I know we talked. One thing I wanted to say. We talked a little bit about the Chiefs and the Bills. What's your thoughts? You think the Chiefs are done, or you think they're going to bounce back?
They can put on a strong second half of the season. I mean, they got the players to do it. They got the coach that knows how to dial them up. I think they're done.
You think so? Really?
Yeah.
You really don't think they got a shot? That's tough. I mean, as much as I like the Chiefs, I'm a Mahomes. I've always said Mahomes came into the league, and I've told Clay came into the league, hey, that's going to be our fantasy quarterback when he came into the league after he sat down, behind a year behind Alex Smith. I've always, been a believer in him. And after watching a few games, I said, Probably the third game. I said, and it still might not be. You know, I said I didn't say he's the best. I said he's going to be the best quarterback of all time, and I said he's the most talented quarterback of all time. You know,
Well, here we are going into week 6, and they haven't performed up to their potential yet.
yeah, no.
And they can turn it around. Do I believe that they will in their division? I just don't think so.
I mean, really. I mean, you got Denver, you got the Raiders. I mean, I think they'll sneak in and get that wild card. I don't. I think the Raiders and Broncos are going to drop off, and I think the Chiefs will get that wild card. But
If the Raiders do drop off, it's going to be because of all this BS that's going on. I'm a firm believer in the Raiders, but this definitely puts a damper on things.
I don't
Just
know.
because of how they revamped their defense during the draft.
Well, maybe. I've just like I said, I've never not been a huge believer in them. I tell you what, but one player has stepped up, and you know, it seems like he's catching a deep ball every now and then. He's done. You know, he I think he'll end up proving himself a little bit more as Henry Ruggs and Hunter Renfrow. That receiving core has done a little bit better, you know, than what I expected. That young receiving core is doing a lot better for them too, and like you said, the defense.
And they
You
got
know,
what's his name, Edwards. That
yeah,
other
yeah,
threat.
yeah. Another young guy, and they got Wallers too. So we'll see. We'll see what they can do. But yeah, me personally, I don't think the Chiefs are done. I think if they can get something going with the defense, something. Do I think they are still Super Bowl contenders? I don't know, because you got teams like the Bills and a few other AFC teams. And NFC teams are tough too. You know,
With the Cowboys and Tampa. I mean, the Cowboys are surprising me right now.
yeah,
Big time.
I'm trying to think of what other AFC teams. You got the Bills and you got the Chiefs. Obviously, the Chiefs. You got the Browns. Browns still, and the Ravens. Browns and Ravens. Do I see the Chiefs better than them? I don't know.
We're
I don't
gonna
know
know.
right now.
We're gonna find out a lot about the Ravens when they take on San Diego this week.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a good one. That will be a
Because
good one.
Herbert is the real deal.
Oh yeah. Herbert is a real deal, and I expect a lot of points to be put up in that game, even though they got two decent defenses. That could be another like the Browns game was, another high scoring affair.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's go on and get in. Before we get into our upcoming games, I had a player of the week. Probably could be the same of them. I'm going to mention a few players, but Lamar Jackson, obviously, that was going to be my player of the week. Lamar Jackson, he threw for 442 yards, 37 for 43, and 4 passing touchdowns in the comeback win. And he had 62 rushing yards as well. So, coming back against the Colts, who were up, and Carson Wentz, had a good game too, 402 yards. But yeah, I would take Lamar Jackson as my player of the week. Did you have another one, or were you going to go with Lamar Jackson as far as?
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna go with Lamar Jackson, but
You
the
could go with the
Eagles.
same one.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson. I'm going to go with, but I want to give a shout out to the Eagles beating the Panthers.
Yeah.
And Jalen Hurts playing okay. I mean, he's keeping his team in it.
Yeah. One thing about the Panthers, I'm telling you, these teams like the Panthers, the Raiders, the Broncos. No, I'm not a believer in. Haven't been a believer in. I mean, Panthers ain't gonna cut it, man. Panthers ain't gonna cut it. Losing 3 to the Eagles. The Eagles were. I picked the Panthers to win after losing this game. I don't know. But another player, you had Tom Brady, of course. He threw for 411 yards. This man's 40 years old, threw for 411 yards, 5 passing touchdowns without one of his best weapons in Gronkowski. Also, you had Devontae Adams, 206 yards, 11 targets, a touchdown. Another good receiving points. And Jamar Chase, the rookie, looking like he's going to be rookie of the year. He went for 159 yards and a touchdown. I mean, he's just doing his thing every week as well. So, yeah, that was a good game too in the Packers and Bengals.
Kadarius Toney for the Giants.
Oh yeah,
10 receptions, 89 yards.
Yeah, 10 receptions and 10 receptions, 189 yards, and
Then he got
you know,
ejected, didn't he? I think he got ejected.
I don't know. I didn't get to see the whole game. I didn't get to
I
see it.
read somewhere where he got ejected for throwing a punch or something.
The only thing I saw was that big bowling ball on Saquon Barkley's ankle. I mean,
Ugh.
it was nasty. That one
Yeah,
was rough.
their best players, like three of their best players got out of the game.
Yeah,
Galladay,
Jones too.
Jones, and Saquon Barkley.
Yeah,
But yeah, anytime you put 44 points up, that's good right now.
yeah. Zeke Elliott. I mean, honestly, talking about MVP,
Yeah,
Zeke Elliott could be in that conversation here soon. I mean, he's going for 100 yards a game.
yep.
I
And he's
mean,
catching balls out of the backfield.
something he doesn't usually do. I mean, he's not getting that many yards out of the backfield, but he's catching them. I mean, he didn't have many yards this week, but he caught a touchdown out of the backfield, and with Tony Pollard there too. I mean, that's a scary team, man.
Yep.
As much as I hate to say it, but let's go on and go into the upcoming games. Talk about the upcoming week. We got a lot of games to go through, so we're gonna go ahead and get into that. First game, Thursday night football. Buccaneers again. Buccaneers playing again on Thursday night football at the Eagles. -6.5. Who you got, Josh?
I'm going with the Buccaneers -6.5.
Buccaneers -6.5. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. I'm not a believer in the Eagles.
Is
Definitely not.
Gronk coming back this week?
He is questionable. I'm not sure fully. I'm not sure what the word is on him. I don't think it personally matters to me
No,
if he comes back.
I don't think so either. I mean, it is at the Eagles. Philadelphia's crowd gets crazy, but Tom Brady is a seasoned vet, and he'll beat the Eagles.
Oh yeah. And like I said, Preston's not with us tonight. He had to go into work, but he did send me his picks here. Let me pull them up. Let me see if I got it. Where'd I do with it? Oh, I lost them. He did send me his picks, and he took the Bucks. He's taking the Bucks as well, obviously -6.5. Let's go into the next game. You got the Dolphins at the Jaguars. Dolphins are actually they're in London, I believe. I said at the Jaguars. They're in London. They are in London -3.5. Favored. The Dolphins are favored. Who you got, Josh?
I'm going to go with the Dolphins. I think that Tua's coming back.
Say again. You broke up.
I think Tua's coming back. I read
Tua-
something. He said he was coming back.
Tua coming back this week? Really?
I think so.
He might be.
I'm not sure. I don't think it matters. I think the Dolphins still win. The defense is good.
Gotcha. Yeah, Tua. I mean, he's been out a little while. He should. I didn't think. I knew they said he'd be. I didn't know how long he'd be. Out, but well, I guess maybe he could be making a run back here soon.
Yeah, he's not coming back this week.
Not coming back.
They activate his 3-week window return. So
Gotcha. So hopefully it'll be soon. Anyway, hopefully it'll be soon. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jacksonville. Actually, Jacksonville's been so close to a win. Jacoby Brissett, even though he had, I think he did okay this week.
the coach says he's gonna to his practice gonna hopeful that he can practice this week. So maybe he'll play.
You never know. I mean, how long will he play in the game without getting hurt? Who knows? I hate to say it, but he can't stay healthy.
He can't stay
They
healthy.
need something. Jacoby Brissett, I'm not a believer in Jacoby Brissett. I mean, the dude used to be a third string quarterback, and he's I'm just not a believer in him. I think he had a decent week this week, but I don't know. Jacksonville's been so close to a win. Have they got? Did they get a win? Did they got a win? They might have one win, but anyway, been so close to a win, and I think Trevor Lawrence will get it. I think they're going to win here. I think they got a little bit of talent and they can get it done against the Dolphins. Let's hope. But the Dolphins, Dolphins do have a good defense, so who knows? Let's see.
Jaguars are winless. They're 0-5.
Oh yeah, they're gonna win. They're gonna win eventually. They got to win eventually. They might not win this game, but they're gonna win eventually. I'm taking Jaguars +3.5. Preston, he's also agreeing with me. He's taking the Jaguars +3.5. Josh, you can get a edge on us there. All right, game of the week here. I believe it's a 1:00 game. Chargers at the Ravens. Ravens -3.5. Josh, who you got?
That's a hard game to pick, man. The Ravens are only favored because it's at their stadium. I'm going to go with the Chargers. I love the Ravens. I'm a fan of the Ravens, but I'm going to go with the Chargers plus 3.5.
Unlike you, I'm not a fan. I've never been a big fan of the Ravens. I'm not never been a big fan of the Ravens. They've had a lot of close games. They lost a game against the Raiders, close games against the Chiefs, Colts, and I just believe Chargers are the better team. I think Chargers are going to win this game outright, personally. Um, and I think they cover. I mean, I definitely think if they lose, it'll be by 3 or less. But I think they win this game on the road. Ravens have been playing well, but Chargers been playing better than me. And you got Mike Williams over there, who's a young receiver who's looked like he's the best receiver on the team now, besides Keenan Allen. I mean, he's looking like the best receiver on the team to me personally. And they still, besides giving up 42 points this week, still think they got a decent defense personally, and they got a good running back out of there and a good coach. Supposedly, the coach said, from what I heard, he kind of said, "Screw the pursuing the run." A lot of people like to pursue the run. He'll say, kind of how the Seahawks coach or the Seahawks coordinator, I guess offense coordinator, he kind of wants to run the ball once it gets later in the season. Suppose this coach, he said he likes the passing game and he wants to keep it going with Herbert. So I kind of like that personally. And they got a receiving back, so I'm going to take the Chargers plus 3.5. Preston's going to agree with us. He's going to take the Chargers plus 3.5. So let's go on to the next game. Vikings at the Panthers. Vikings favored by 1.5. Josh, who you got?
I want to know if Dalvin Cook's going to play, but Madison does just as well as Cook.
It don't matter. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Yes, I'm going to go with the Vikings, and they're favored by 1.5.
Yeah.
Are they getting 1.5?
Sorry. Vikings are favored by 1.5.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I think they're the better team. I think Panthers are going to be on a little bit of a drop here, and they're going to be facing some good teams. I think the Vikings will win this game at least by 3 or more. It wouldn't be surprised me if the Panthers win, but I'm taking the Vikings as well. I think they got more talent on offense, me personally, and the defense is not that bad. Let me go to Preston. I think I want to say he took the Vikings as well. Yes, Preston's going different. He took the Panthers plus 1.5, so he did take the Panthers there. All right, let's go into the next game. Packers at the Bears. Packers minus 4.5. Little rivalry game here. Josh, who you got?
I'm going to go with the Packers minus 4.5.
Yeah, I mean,
I think Aaron Rodgers is playing good right now, and he got Randall Cobb back, and I mean Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones. I think it's going to be too much for the Bears.
Yeah, I think you should have dropped him on your fantasy team after week 1, like y'all said y'all were going to do.
I did not do that. I would have done it after week 2 if he'd done the same thing he did in week 1, but I did not drop it. And
thank God you did.
I'm I forget. I'm 3-2 in one league and 2-3 in another league.
Gotcha. Yeah, definitely. I'm going to take the Packers. Bears' offense is not that good. They can only put up 20 points on. Raiders are good, but like I said, I'm not a huge believer in the Raiders. They can't. I just don't see in the pair. Even though the Packers' defense is not the greatest, I don't see the Bears putting up a lot of points, and I don't see the Packers not putting up a lot of points because I don't know. Justin Fields, they hadn't done much with him yet. He's only, what did he have, 111 yards last week, 1 passing touchdown. It's not showing me nothing yet, really. Allen Robinson definitely underperforming for the Bears, but could be because he don't have a quarterback. Who knows? But yeah, I'm gonna take the Packers minus 4.5. Preston, he's going with Packers as well, minus 4.5. Let's go to the next game. You got the Bengals at the Lions. Bengals favored by 3.5. Who you got?
I'm going to go with the Lions and the points.
Lions at home. He's going with the Lions at home. Favored
game.
Yeah, this definitely could be a good game. You never know with the Lions. Lions have competed against some teams. Don't know how they're looking back at how healthy those running backs were. I know they had some problems. They just competed with they played last week, so they running backs. They're two-man running attack still going strong over there. Did have some injuries at the receiving position.
What about their secondary? Is their secondary going to be able to stop the Burrow to Chase connection?
I don't know. And Burrow's got other receivers too. So, Burrow's got Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, even though Chase has been the strong one. And if the
tight end?
No, Joe Mixon, if he's healthy, it's going to be a tough one to stop too. I mean, depending on if he's healthy. I know he wasn't healthy last week.
I'm trying to pick some game. I'm trying to pick against the grain on some of these. So I'm trying to back a little bit.
No, I don't blame you. I'm going to take the Bengals minus 3.5. I definitely could see the Lions, even pulling out a win. But, I'm a believer in the Bengals more than not. I don't think their team's that bad, and I think they're a decent team. And I'm Lions. We're not a great team to me, so I'm going to go with them. Preston's taking the Bengals as well, minus 3.5. So that's good for you if the Lions do win. Let's go to the next game. Texans at the Colts. Colts minus 9.5. Who you got?
Ooh, that's a lot, man.
Can I say something? I hate to tell you, Colts shouldn't be favored by 9.5 by anybody in the NFL ever this season. I mean, 9.5 for the damn Colts. Man. They can. Don't get me wrong. They can win by 9.5. I expect Carson Wentz.
They got a strong run game too, man.
Yeah, and I expect Carson Wentz to come out and play really well and do good in this game. Man, Jonathan Taylor, I expect them to put up some fantasy points this week. I could see this game being a shootout too. I really could. I could see this game being a high-scoring game. But I don't think, no matter if they win by 9.5, I don't think they should be favored by 9 or more.
I'm going to take Texans with the points. I think might be a 7.4, 3 or 7.
See, the thing is, these are the kind of lines that kind of screw you over. You like Colts shouldn't be favored by this much, but they are. Colts will probably come out and win this game by 10, but I can't, I'm not taking the Colts favored by 9.5 against anybody. Do I think they're going to do it? I could definitely think they could do it, but I'm not taking them favored 9.5 by anybody. And Preston's going to agree with us. He's taking the Texans as well. I'm going to take the Texans. Texans just competed with the Patriots team, so we'll see what happens. Rams at the Giants. Giants, a lot of injuries over there. Rams favored by 10.5. Who you got?
I'm going to take the Rams. The Rams are me Super Bowl contenders in the NFC. So I'm going to take the Rams.
You said they are the Super Bowl contenders?
Yeah.
Okay, you broke up. Gotcha.
Yeah, Super Bowl contenders, 10.5, minus 10.5.
Yeah, I usually don't take nobody by that many points, but against a banged-up Giants teams and the team, I think that's probably the best team in football, if not top 3. Got to take them. Got to take the Rams against a Giants team that is banged up. Preston, he is going to take the Rams as well, minus 10.5, so we're all in agreement there. Chiefs at Washington. Chiefs minus 7.5. Who you got?
7.5. Ooh. Let's take KC. Minus 7.5.
I'm surprised. I thought you were going to go with Washington there. I thought you were going to do it.
I mean,
Let me tell you.
7 points. Washington's defense really hadn't played up to standard what I thought it was going to be this year. The defense hadn't played that great.
I tell you what, Chiefs better come out and blow out this team. They better beat this team really bad or they are in trouble. If they don't beat this team by more than 7, they're going to be in trouble.
The Chiefs are mad right now.
They need a blowout. They're going to win by more than 7.5. They should. I think personally, I'm taking the Chiefs
I picked up Williams. I think I'm going to start him.
Yeah.
Darren Williams.
My running backs, we got McCaffrey, who hopefully comes back, and we got Saquon. So, and yeah, it's not looking too good. We got Trey Sermon, who the 49ers do not like at all. I mean, right when they can get him out of the game, they don't play him. I mean, right when Elijah Mitchell comes back, Trey Sermon only gets one freaking carry. I mean, which I told Clay, I said they don't like him for some reason. I don't know what about him. I mean, the fullback got as many carries as he did, if not more. I mean, I don't understand. And when they played Trey Sermon, when he was the only running back, the fullback still had more carries than him when he was only running back on the damn team. I mean, it made no sense to me. I mean, I don't get it. They just
behind the scenes, something at practice or something.
Something's going on there because they hate him. I don't know if he's just not good or they just don't like him. But yeah, I'm going to take the Chiefs -7.5 as well. Expect, Tyreek Hill, I think he might be a little bit banged up, supposedly. He's going to play, I believe, but he might be a little bit banged up, but I'll still take the Chiefs.
Yeah, you got Kelsey and Hardman, and they'll be –
and Josh Gordon now, too.
Yeah, I guess he's going to play.
He played. He was on the field a little bit last week.
I seen on my fantasy team, they projected him to get 4 or 5 points.
Yeah, and then who caught the touchdown? The dude that's probably behind it, Byron Pringle, last week or whatever.
Pringle.
Pringle, yeah, the dude. Yeah, he
Pringle lit it up a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, one game I was never even heard of the guy, and he caught like 2 touchdowns. Yeah, Preston's taking the Chiefs as well, -7.5. All right, here's a line I do not understand here. Cardinals at the Browns. The undefeated Cardinals, and you got the Browns. I think who's lost 1 or 2. The Browns are favored by 3. We say half because we don't want to tie in the spread.
So 3.5.
So we're saying -3.5 for the Browns, but
the Browns -3.5.
Why are the Browns favored in this game? I have no idea.
But this is former transfer Oklahoma quarterbacks going up against each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyler Murray and Baker Mayfield.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you got Chubb and Hunt. Man, they're running the ball really well. The Cardinals have got to lose at some point. It's at the Browns.
Yes, sir.
I'm going with the Browns. Even though I don't like the Browns, I'm going with the Browns -3.5.
See, you were going to do what I was going to do if you didn't do it. So I was going to take the Browns, but I'm not going to take them no more.
That's why I did it, because I knew you wanted to take Arizona.
No,
they got to lose. They got to lose some point, man.
They do, and I was going. That's why I was going to go with them. They got to lose at some point. Only thing against the Browns. The Browns are 3-2. Is they are kind of banged up at receiver position. I don't know if Jarvis Landry's still out or whatnot. What's the deal with him? I'm sure he is. Got Odell. They are kind of banged up, and then you still got that shoulder injury with Baker. Who said he wasn't going to affect him. So I don't know. I don't know. Against a good Arizona team, it's tough to ask. And favored by 3.5. I think I think the Browns could do it, definitely could win this game, and it's kind of a fishy line to me, but I'm going to take the Cardinals +3.5. Preston, he is taking the Cardinals +3.5 as well. Let's go into the next game. Raiders at the Broncos. Broncos -3.5 against Raiders team that might be a little bit in shambles. Josh, who you got?
Let's go with the Las Vegas Raiders. Rally the troops, circle the wagons, come out and beat the Broncos. And Mile High.
Yeah.
3.5.
See,
I think Josh Jacobs is gonna have a good game.
Yeah. What's tough for me here? What's tough for me here is that they're playing the Broncos. Not a fan of the Broncos. Haven't been a fan of the Broncos really. They're just one of them safe teams to me. But the Raiders, like I said, are in shambles. Haven't been a believer in the Raiders. And Broncos favored by 3.5. I mean, I don't like the Broncos favored. If Broncos are favored by 7 against anybody, I probably wouldn't take them. Just because I'm not a believer in the full offense. But against the Raiders, I'm going to take them. Minus 3.5. I'm not a believer in the Raiders, and they're in shambles. And you picked the Raiders, so I think I'm when I toss up, I'm definitely going to go with the opposite side. Me personally, Preston's taking the Broncos as well, minus 3.5. All right, here we go. Here's the next game. We got the Cowboys at the Patriots. This is an afternoon game. Cowboys favored by 4.5. Who you got?
Cowboys plus or minus 4.5. Yep, going with the Cowboys. I think that would just be too much for the Patriots. I think Mac Jones. He'll play like he's been playing. He'll play good. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Cowboys. I'm on the Cowboys train right now.
Much as I want the Patriots to win this game, and I think they might cover the spread. I don't know why. I got a feeling somehow the Patriots going to win this game. I got a feeling, and I had a feeling. Hey, I asked Preston. I told Preston in the car before the Ravens game. So even though the Colts lost, I said the Colts are going to win this game. I don't know why I said the Colts are going to win. I don't know how the Ravens came back, but I thought the Colts were going to win the game the whole time, and they were telling me no way. But yeah. God, do I want to do it? I can't do it. If it was more points, I'd do it. But I got to take the Cowboys minus 4.5. I think I do. The Cowboys are just better team overall. Patriots really hadn't proved to me nothing besides against, and they're a little banged up at the running back position and a little bit other places. So I think I got to take the better team, the Cowboys. Preston's taking the Cowboys as well, and he's going to go ahead and mention it. That's his lock of the week. Cowboys minus 4.5. I wouldn't lock that, but yeah, go for it. Seahawks at Steelers. Steelers minus 5.5. I believe this is Sunday Night Football. Who you got, Josh?
Who is it again?
Seahawks at Steelers.
Seahawks.
Minus 5.5 Steelers.
The running back coming back.
That is a great question. I have no idea.
I'm going with
the Steelers are favored by 5.5.
Seahawks, easy.
Let me tell you something. Steelers shouldn't be favored by 5.5 to anybody. Once again, I'll say that Steelers shouldn't be favored by 5.5 to anybody. One thing that's going strong with the Steelers right now and last week is Najee Harris is still playing really good. They just lost Juju for a while, I believe. I think Juju's out. Might be out for the season. I don't know.
Might want to pick up Claypool then.
You said what?
Might want to pick up Claypool.
Oh, he ain't gonna be available in none of mine. I don't think. I don't think Claypool. I don't think he's gonna be available in none of the leagues I'm in. But yeah, he should do pretty good. Where's the Steelers game? I was trying to see if the Steelers. Yeah, Najee Harris, 23 carries, 122 yards, and he's doing good, decent out of the receiving game too. Yeah, Claypool had a good game last week, 130 yards. After Juju going down, I'm guessing, and Deontay Johnson. No, but I don't think Steelers should be favored by anybody by 5.5, especially after facing a Seahawks team who's coming off a loss. I definitely would take the Seahawks plus 5.5, and I think the Seahawks win this game outright. Bills at Titans. Bills favored by 5.5. Preston did take the Seahawks, by the way, plus 5.5, but Bills at Titans. Bill favored by 5.5. Who you got?
5.5 at the Titans.
Yep.
Titans have been
Monday Night Football too.
They'll look good. Titans will look good one week, then they'll look like trash next.
I think Julio Jones is out. But
again?
Sure. Yeah, I believe so.
He hadn't played since week 3.
What's new?
That'll be I know, right? Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bills minus the 5.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bills as well. I just think they're the better team. Personally, Titans haven't looked too good. They've struggled too much against a lot of bad teams, and Bills have looked really good. to me personally. And Preston's going to take the Bills as well. Any lock of the week, Josh? You got a favorite game you like?
Yep. Give me the Packers -4.5 over the Bears.
Packers 4.5 over the Bears. That is a good one. I agree. I like the Vikings, but they're on the road. I like the Rams. That's a lot of points. Chiefs, Washington. Could take the Chiefs, but I'm going to take the. God, this is a tough one. I don't want to do it, but I'm going to take the Steelers the Seahawks at the Steelers, just because they're coming off a loss and it's 5.5, and I don't think Steelers should be favored against anybody. So I'm taking the Seahawks plus 5.5. Preston, he took the Cowboys. So yeah, I think that's about it. I think that's all our picks for the week, and we're gonna have, like I said, hopefully Preston will be back next week, and we have another NFL show. We did pretty good time, about 40 minutes or so. So it's about right. But yeah, I think that's it. I appreciate everybody watching. We did get in bye week. Like I said, bye weeks are starting this week. So going to be a lot of less games, which is kind of good. I like having
we did 14 games. We even did the Monday night game this time. We usually don't.
Oh, we did. Yeah, I didn't even think about it. Well, it just depends when we do the show, but
it's fine. It's fine. I mean, we can still use that as the record. We can still put it down for the record or whatever.
Yeah, gotcha. All right. Well, appreciate everybody watching, and peace.
Peace out.